Welcome in, everybody. Let's see, we can get everybody lined up. It's inviting you all, telling you everybody we're live. So we'll start filling in here. Here we go. Mr. Grubbs is in here. Mr. Carrillo. Mrs. Wife. Let me get everybody on here.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on?
Hey, what's up, man?
Good to see you. Good to see you guys.
Yeah, great seeing everybody. There we go. I think
What's
I got
up,
everybody.
There he is. What's going on?
How we doing?
Doing amazing. Doing amazing. The day is
Awesome.
here.
Yeah, just a nice, quiet week for us, Nothing major.
Nothing major.
So let's start the show like normal. Let's go through some stuff. Let me introduce myself. My name's Rob. I'm Norcalnodders. And then we're gonna let everybody kind of hop around. Let's go around. Mr. Foo, introduce yourself.
I am the BobbleFoo. I primarily collect mostly Dodger stuff, but then again, I do collect everything that does bobble.
I'm terrible at announcing that. I collect mostly Oakland, and then I say I don't collect other things, but I have a whole bunch of other things.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm Mark, 510 Bobbles on Instagram and Twitter, and I collect mostly A's. I dabble in Warriors a little bit, but yeah, let's go.
Let's get it. Any mail days? I know you guys have been seeing all my mail days, man, and I've had the worst luck imaginable this week, man.
Yeah.
The bobble gods are
too far into. I wanted to talk to you live about it because I didn't want to dive too far into it.
Definitely the bubble gods are not on my side this week for whatever reason. But no, we got some pretty cool pieces. I did get this Vegas 51's Gagne. It did come in broken or whatnot, but it is what it is. So I ended up getting that signed. We did have a Eric Gagne signing. Was absolutely epic. Was great. It was a lot of fun. I got to see a lot of homies out there, so it was dope. It was dope, honestly.
And he committed to the show, right? He committed to be a guest on the show, right?
Nah, I wish. I try to. What's funny is I try to talk to him. I try to say, hey, what's up? But he wasn't talking to anyone, man. I 100% tried. I shot my shot.
Yeah,
but
that's all we asked, dude.
But it is what it is. So what more than likely what I will end up doing is probably taking this head off and putting it on another one, and then afterwards getting it authenticated. I didn't get this one authenticated for that reason because anything that I do get signed, I want it like in clean, crisp condition. Obviously, this one's already broken from the arm. I glued it back. I think this is the only piece that I glued back together that you can't really tell because the brick was very, very clean. But other than that, I'll probably just take the head off, put it on another one, and go from there.
Nice.
Hey, that silver one that you had signed, is it an all silver
the bronze?
bobblehead?
The bronze.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a bronze Eric Gagne bobblehead. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what the story behind it is. I know they sold it at the stadium. I've heard stories that there's like 100 made, 500 made, but it's a very limited edition that they've only made at Dodger Stadium. So I'm pretty sure any Dodger fans that are in here, they can give us the information on that, how many were made or sold at the top of the park at Dodger Stadium. But
it looks so clean with that blue pen.
Yeah. Oh yeah! Oh, shout outs to Ralphie too, because he's the one who gave us that blue pen. That was the crazy part. So Ralphie 805 Bobbles, shout outs to 805 Bobbles. He's the one that helped me get those signed as well because I wasn't gonna go to the signing. And lo and behold, the Bobble gods were on my side that day, and I was able to make it like towards like the tail end of the signing. So Bobblehead 805 Bobbles, he actually helped me get those signed.
Nice.
And then so it was good. And then like everybody was helping each other out with the type of pens to get these bobbleheads signed. But yeah, 100%. The blue does look fresh, looks clean.
Yeah, dude, it looks really good.
Yeah, everybody's signings came out look just sharp, dude. I was impressed. One thing before I get off the signing, so you saw all those stadiums that were there, right?
Oh yeah.
And are they pretty sick or what?
They're legit. They're made out of 3D printing.
Oh,
So
wow. I
yeah,
thought it was
yeah,
one.
yeah.
I know. I thought it was like paper mache
No,
foil.
no, it's 3D printing, man. That shit looks sick.
That
Okay.
changes
It,
everything, Rob.
it's
Yeah.
sick.
I've been
It's
back and forth
sick.
with the guy thinking about getting the Coliseum, and then, but I mean, it's not cheap.
No, it's not.
But he has two options. Like, obviously, the better option's like double the price, and it's.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been on the fence about it, and ugh, I hate that you told me it's better than I thought.
It looks amazing in person. The first time I saw it was at Dodger Stadium, so I didn't know this.
Yeah.
So there's three replica stadiums at Dodger Stadium, and I'm always in the field level for the most part. Then I make my way up to reserves, and I've only seen it at the entrance behind our bleachers on the field level. So it's there. He has three models at the stadium, so which is pretty cool.
Oh, I've stalked his Instagram and went over that thing and over that thing repeatedly, and I tried to figure out a reason why I should not try to buy that thing, but that is.
You know what? I already talked to the wife about it. We'll see what happens, man. I may end up biting the bullet, so we'll see. But back into the bobbleheads, I ended up getting
Yeah.
this Freddie Freeman.
Oh, there you go. You
So
gonna get that
hopefully I can
fitted up
get.
or what?
Yeah, I'll see if I can get someone to do it for me. You know, I don't do customs, man. I'm horrible at that stuff.
Yeah.
So we'll see if I can get someone to hook me up. I already got a couple people that hit me up that would be able to do it for me. So, you know, we'll see what happens.
I love
And
it,
then
dude.
I got this you know, the Darryl Strawberry, the St. Paul Saints.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Yeah, I got that one. Then I got this Elvis one that I never posted, but I got this
Oh,
Elvis one.
I bet that's
Yeah,
hella much fun.
I want to get that one custom, you know, make it into a little Dodgers outfit or whatever. And then this isn't a bobblehead, but
Because
it's a bad.
you don't have enough Dodger bobbleheads. Hey, I
Yeah.
see
I
those.
know.
You keep showing those. What's up with those, dude?
This is. I don't know if you guys follow Fool's Gone Wild, but man, Little Mister he's the I guess like the face of Fool's Gone Wild. He's like the mascot, I guess, or the persona Fool's Gone Wild, man. It's like the Foo communities, the Foo family, man. It would a lot of Latinos out here we kind of follow. It's a meme page.
Okay.
It's a funny page. Fools Gone Wild, great guys, man. I remember
Okay.
I started following these guys when they're I think 500 followers deep. This was years ago, and then
Nice.
they're over like 1 million followers now. So
Yeah,
yeah,
nice. Good.
yeah. They've made a big imprint on the Hispanic, Latino, the Cholo community, and all that stuff, man. So shout outs to them fools also.
Sick,
That's
dude.
awesome.
That's badass, man. My stuff's not as cool. Well, I think it's cool, but I bought because I'm gonna customize. Try to get all the Disney ones. So I went with the Mariners Mickey.
Very
Um,
nice.
and so I'm gonna get this into the other pose to match up with the others. I like the other ones better. They have that green base, the grass base, and I like them better. But anyways, so I'm gonna go do that. From my own personal world, there's my MC Hammer custom.
Ooh.
Nice,
That's when he's a bat boy in Oakland.
sick.
And so it matches just up with his jersey. I mean, he wore the gold jersey also, but in the main photo from the front, he's wearing this with the VP, and the VP is for vice president.
Okay,
Finley loved him, and his name Hammer came from Hank Aaron. So everything kind of goes. But yeah, that's the custom Hammer pieces we got going there.
Ham
sheesh.
time.
Yeah, and then my other is was my own concept type thing, and that's my Charlie O kind of mascot type deal. Kind of blends in everything, taking the history out of just about everything A's, including going back to the baggy pants of the Philly days. Keeping with the old vest from the 60s or 60s,
There you
70s.
go.
And then just trying to keep it all kind of add in everything and make Charlie O into a little mascot. So in the back the swinging A's. It's supposed to say the swinging and up front CAs. See it like that. So Charlie O right there. So anyway, I want to share those because I'm pretty excited about those coming out. And,
Hell yeah.
that's my prototype of it and everything else. I was actually going to show. I don't know. I'll post up this week, but you guys can see the molds and everything too. Pretty cool. Kind of different type of thing. I had one question. So kind of bouncing off of St. Louis or STL Bobbles from last week. I've been back and forth with him because remember I brought up the Tony La Russa, the big head bobble. and I think he told me that St. Louis has like, I don't know, something dumb like 13 or 15 big heads. We have one in Oakland, so I'm gonna start grabbing these big heads like this, and I'm gonna start customizing these guys.
Oh wow,
I mean, this is
wow.
Gary Sheffield, so I'm gonna do something with him. But these are some of my favorite. I love these things. I think they're super cool. I think they're kind of like cartoon characters. But Chavez is the only one we have. And I was talking to St. Louis, and I'm like, dude. I mean, I swear he said like 13 or 15, dude. That's crazy. I'd be like
Damn.
in heaven with that, dude. So, anyways, that's more of an envious type thing.
There
So
he
I end up
is.
buying other teams because we don't have enough crap.
There's Chavi.
Yeah, see, I love those pieces, man.
They are nice.
I love them. They're so I mean, I know it's like a cartoon character, but still, man, I one of some of my favorites. So one of the lines of Foco that makes it, I think, is just beautiful, personally.
Yeah, Ralphie said the same. Dodgers have quite a few big heads. They do. I don't even have one big head, man. There's like the knuckleheads or the big heads. There's like so many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we have one knucklehead, and that's
Stomper, isn't it?
Bobby Crosby.
Oh yeah, Bobby Crosby.
But the big heads, we have one. I mean, I don't know how many you guys have, but I assume, dude, look at Foco Ball. Bring the big head back.
Bring them back. Bring them back.
I love those series. It is one of my favorite series you guys ever done. I like them better than I like the what was the other one called?
Knuckleheads.
The Knuckleheads.
Yep.
They're cool, but that big head just is. I don't know. It's a beautiful.
I agree.
It's a bobblehead. It's just sick, man. So,
I agree. They're way cooler to me.
Yeah. So, Mark, anything new this week for you?
No, I'm just waiting for you to send me that hammer and
yeah.
And Charlie O. That's about it. I got a new hat. No bobbleheads though.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, you got the steamer for them hats, so you got
yeah, exactly.
So you're good. You're good.
Exactly.
Anything new? Any other news or anything going on? Any celebration for the month or week that we got coming on? I mean, I know why everybody's here, but still.
I mean, baseball's back, man. Baseball's back. We're getting into the groove of things. Opening day's just around the corner. A lot of bobblehead announcements have been released. The Brewers have their stuff going on. The Cardinals they have a bunch of stuff going on. It's so many different teams except the A's.
All these wonderful teams. All these beautiful teams have these beautiful giveaways and lineups and bobbleheads. Oh, it's so amazing.
Hey, we got a new Matt Chapman though.
yeah, we got a Matt Chapman.
God damn, unbelievable.
From two different companies. I don't know how that worked. That was odd. I guess to talk about that at some point, but that was odd because it came out from one retailer, and then days later it came out from the other retailer. Same exact bobblehead. That was odd to me, but I don't know.
Yeah, so just a bunch of bobblehead drops for sure. There are a lot of different trades that are happening, and then a lot of different signings as well. So, there's just a bunch of different new stuff coming up. So we'll see. I'm very super excited for this season for sure.
Yeah, no, it should
big
be fun.
power moves.
Did you, Rob? Did you notice on that email from Bobblehead Hall about the Chapman bobblehead that it said like 2022 are available, or it said get them now because they're limited out of 2022, but not all will be made.
I'm dying.
Wow.
No shit.
I'm dying to know. I mean, that's one thing we all know it's not going to be. I mean. I don't even know how many you're going to sell. I mean, I don't know what the minimum order was. You know what I mean? And I think the minimum order is going to be hard to sell. I mean, why? It's what was it? $50 or whatever, $60? I mean, that's going to be hard to sell.
$45, yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be a hard sell, man. I mean, let's be real. And I'm out here buying hats, but still.
I haven't pulled the trigger.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to wait and see if it lands on a cheaper retail site. So.
Yeah, I think it will. I mean, just the way the systems work and everything. So,
yeah.
Anyways, well, let's get on to onto our guests.
Who do we have tonight?
Some guy, I don't know, man. Some guy that's known, I guess.
Bobble. I remember with Bobble something, and I think he. Let me see if I can call him up here and see if he'll answer.
But yeah, everybody that's tapping in, seriously, thank you guys so much for joining us today. Very, very special show. So we
Sure.
appreciate all you guys being here with us.
Oh,
Oh!
Oh no! Oh,
Oh!
dude!
I gotta show the.
Oh, look at
Oh! Hold
that!
on,
Look at
hold on,
that!
hold on.
Oh, with the
Hold
Look
man.
at
on.
that!
we're just trying to
Hold
make you
on.
feel more
Hold on.
comfortable.
I know, I know.
No, you didn't tell me about that.
Well, it kind of surprised me. I couldn't get mine to work.
Oh my
I'll just
god!
hide mine.
We gotta have some kind of surprise for you.
I know,
I
dude.
should have done that. You should have told me. I would have done that.
I can't even get mine to work, so you better.
Oh man.
Time to show my ugly mug. All right.
Hey, you look great.
World to see. You know, this is the face.
You look great.
Dude, everybody, the big face reveal, dude. Everybody. Your boy Andy, he's been looking for it for a while. He's been asking me, and I'm like, I'm not gonna just hound him about it, dude. That's just whatever he wants, whatever he feels like, dude. I don't care. It's his
No, I was thinking about it, but you know what? If this is an hour show, I'm not gonna fucking wear a mask for an hour.
That's right.
It's all good.
That's right.
Oh, I thought we were getting your chest. Is what I thought we were gonna get.
Give the people what they want.
Yeah, dude.
No,
Let's
guys,
go.
You guys, you know, you're 3 stand-up dudes. What you're doing for the community is phenomenal. So it really is an honor, dude, to be on. Thanks for inviting me.
Hey, dude, I had to get a good reason to wear this shirt out, man.
Yeah, man. I was gonna, beautiful shirt.
Yeah, dude.
BobbleFoo and Mark, I'll send one your way.
Let's go. Let's get it.
I was glad it was in green, dude. It worked real good with a lot of my hats, so it works real well.
Yeah, man.
Hey, just make sure you got size. Damn, because I'm a pretty big dude. You know what I mean?
That's
Message
funny.
me afterwards what size you are.
I got you. I got you.
You too, Mark.
Thank you.
Yeah. So how's life out there on the East Coast? We got you up late tonight, I know.
Dude, your wife messaged me today and was like,
"Oh, what's up with that?"
Whoa. It's a family show.
She's like, we can't wait for you to have you on the show. And are you nervous? And I'm like, no, let's fucking talk bobbleheads, man.
That's right.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Well, hey, she shouldn't be. I'll have to have a talk with her when I get home. She shouldn't be DMing you anyways. I'm just saying.
Damn. All right, so we do have several questions lined up for you, man. So we'll let Mark spearhead it from here, and we'll take it from there. I know a lot of people have a lot of questions here as well that join the live. So yeah, man, let's take it away.
Why I'm here. Let's go. Let's do it.
You want me to start, or you want to start, Rob?
I think I'm on the first on the list. So let's just kind of stay to a little bit. We kind of kept a little bit of a script so we can keep the kind of questions going because we're gonna talk. We have like 1,000 things to talk to you about. So. So basically, everybody keeps asking. A lot of people want to know because you're a collector. I mean, I know your personality, but you're a collector. So, basic thing: how did you start? What got you into collecting bobbleheads? The standard questions that everybody starts with.
It just comes down to sports. I played sports growing up: baseball, basketball. I played college baseball at UConn. So. I went to a game with my dad, and they had like a Nomar Garcia Pera, one of the AGP bobbleheads, like the fat ones.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
At home, and I'm looking at it, and I've always collected cards and stuff like that, and I still have a ton. But within the card game, anything 80s and up, not really today, but like 80s and up, they're really not worth that much money, and they were overproduced, and everybody has them. So I've always collected something. So I got the Nomar bobblehead, and I was like, I needed a fix. I need to fucking collect something. So I went to, I started searching on eBay, and I ran into a guy who, he's a distributor. His name is Paul in Jersey. So I bought a couple bobbleheads from him, and I debated between the sports cards and the bobbleheads, but I had to, this is before I got married and everything, bought the house. So I had to have something. So I'm looking at like a card and a bobblehead, and I'm like, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to go all in. So cards, there's a huge following for cards, but cards, it's a piece of cardboard. You look at it, you flip it, you fucking shine it up. Bobblehead you could do something with. Some are realistic, some are awful, some bobble well, some don't bobble well. And, it's your favorite player, and it actually moves, and it's a conversation piece when people come over and start talking about it. So I just found so much more value in collecting bobbleheads rather than other things, figurines, cards, stuff like that. Yeah. So just like everybody says, once you turn into 1, you turn into 5, turn into 10. And then I got married. We bought the house. The Bobble Cave was all cement. It wasn't even done.
Wow.
So I had all the bobbleheads, and I only had like 3 or 4 curio cabinets upstairs. So the Bobble wife said, you got to do something. So I spent a lot of money, fixed up the Bobble Cave, and then that's where it exploded. That's where I was driving all over the place, finding curio cabinets on
Craigslist. Oh, yeah, there you go. There you go.
Some of these are $3,000-$4,000, but you can get them for $50-$60.
Right.
Wants to dump it.
Right.
All my buddies, the big trucks and carrying all these things down there, and I think I have about 18 of them now down here.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So then I started, researching how to display them, and I think I got the idea from somebody, I don't even remember, but the hockey puck cubes cases and then the baseball cubes. So you can actually make rows. A lot of people have different theories and stuff like that. Everything is fine. But what I found was you can layer them so it looks cool in the cabinet. Yeah. So I went on like a binge and I just started collecting everything. I had a Mike Trout kick. I had an Ichiro kick. And then it just expanded from there.
Yeah.
So you brought up the Bobble Cave. Anybody who's on here has most likely seen pictures of your Bobble Cave, and really what it looks like recently is just a smorgasbord of boxes in front of boxes. It's insane, right?
Yeah. Prior to this, we talked about that. I would love to show display, but as of recent, I'm moving a lot of my stuff to an undisclosed location because a lot of my boxes are just covering up the curio cabinets. But it's just the amount of stuff that goes in and comes in, goes out.
It's insane, I know.
Yeah.
So what
do
you primarily BobbleSniper, what do you primarily collect? Like what's in those curio cabinets that what makes something get in there but not get in there?
Anything that I have laying around is in a cabinet. I started with all the Red Sox ones, the minor leagues, and then the World Series ones when they won the World Series. And then I just went ape shit, dude. I just fucking bought. I collected, any team playing football, basketball, baseball. But I have World Series bobblehead cases. So there's just so much variety of, I know you guys are Oakland, BobbleFoo, you're strictly Dodgers. I got a fucking Tina Turner bobblehead in here somewhere.
That's when I had to stop that stuff, man. I couldn't do that stuff. It just was too much, you know what I mean, for me.
Yeah.
So
what I branched out and just accumulated so many different ones.
So what are your grails?
I brought a few out. Some are hard to get to. There's a lot. I mean,
do you do Nodders?
What I'm looking for, I have.
That's a great. Let's go both.
Yeah.
Let's go both. What do you have, and what are you looking for?
I'm looking for nothing. Nothing. I'm not. I mean, I don't have the Jake Taylor Akron Rubber Ducks one.
Yeah. That's a tough one.
I get it. If I don't, I don't. I'd like to add that to the collection, but I don't chase anything. I mean, I used to a lot. I used to scour eBay to find certain minor league Red Sox ones. But when I started doing that, the explosion of bobbleheads, it was there, but not to where it is today. So it was easier to get some of the older shit 8, 9, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
That was available.
Yeah.
So I don't really chase anything these days, really.
So do you think that that's because you've got so much, or because you've lost the thrill of the chase, or you're just at a point where you're in your collection life where you're like, if it happens, it happens?
If it happens, it happens.
That's good.
I just
Smart.
yeah. I mean, if it's available and I want it, I mean, I could pop 600 for the Jake Taylor. I don't want it. It's a lot of money. I mean,
Yeah.
But I have so much to trade that maybe one day I'll meet somebody that wants to trade or work out a deal. But I used to chase a lot. There were so many things I wanted. But like I said, back then there wasn't like it is now, and it was somewhat available. So just to show you some, I just took out a couple random ones.
Oh
yeah, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
that's nice.
Only some guy was selling these on eBay. I think he was like a distributor, but only 50 were made. So that one's pretty cool. Along with that one, you got the Drew Brees.
Yeah.
Nice.
Which is really cool. And then Mark, I know you're not a fan of this guy, but
oh, dude. No, I'm not a fan.
I know you got the LeBron. And then a lot of people have these, but they are kind of hard to get.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Toronto.
Yeah.
What's the other one? This is probably my favorite from the movie, the Willie Mays.
I love that piece.
That one's bad, yeah.
It's really cool. The legs on the back bobble.
Yeah.
And then you guys are not gonna like this, but I just recently this wasn't a chase, but I have been looking for it and the price was right. You guys aren't gonna like it.
Oh yeah.
Hey, let's go. Oh no, yeah.
Nobody's perfect.
It's hard to find.
They've been available a little bit more affordable lately. A lot of Giant stuff I feel has been a little bit more affordable lately.
I agree.
Interesting.
And around the East Coast, Mets country, this is pretty hard to find.
Oh wow.
Man, they have a whole set of all that stuff. You guys have every month.
They have the bobbles of the month. This one's the hardest one to get because both Yankee fans and Mets fans wants it.
Yeah.
And I love this one.
Oh, that's tight.
That one's cool.
That's
that one's
awesome.
cool.
That's really nice.
I love that base. Everything. It's nice.
Yeah, it's really cool. Some company named Carol's Cove came out with this.
That's really nice.
So yeah, I mean, these are just some of the ones I grabbed out for you guys.
So do you collect Nodders and old school stuff too? I mean, I see your TEI collections. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got some TEIs. When we made the basement, I had my contractor do 2 built-in walls, and the TEIs were in there. I'm still looking for some of them, like the some of the catcher ones.
Yeah.
Yep.
But not really with the gold base, like the 60s ones.
Yeah.
Never really got that.
Oh, really?
They're cool as shit. I mean, if you find them in good condition, they're great.
Yeah.
But they're very, very collectible.
Yeah.
This is a little bit off script, but I know you're a huge Red Sox fan.
Yeah.
But I also noticed like you have tons of Mr. Met bobbleheads, or at least that's something that I've picked up over the years. Is that your favorite mascot?
No, it's just my grandfather was a Mets fan, so I kind of followed his footsteps as far as my second favorite team. Citi Field's only an hour away from me. Sometimes they have sales at their team store, but yeah, I mean, Mr. Met's cool. I mean, mascots in
it's a cool looking, sure.
So I mean, I have a quick question. So I mean, obviously you're pretty much one of the influencer on Instagram, the BobbleSniper. When you think of the name, it's basically a household name in my opinion. So with that being said, what did you do, and how long did it take to get such a following like you have on Instagram?
Can you guys see me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. My screen went black.
Now we can't.
Now we can't.
Yeah, we see you.
Now we can't.
You can't see me now?
We see you. We see you.
Good right now. Now you're not. You're not good with that, whatever that is.
All right.
You're good there.
I feel like I'm at the eye doctor.
I know.
All right.
That's why you hide your face, though, right? Because
Yeah. So what was the question?
So what did you do, and how long did it take you to get the following that you have now on Instagram?
I ate shit for a lot of years. A lot of years. The only person in this world that knows what I've done and what dedication I've had is the Bobble wife. She lives it every day. She lived it every day. To make a long story short, when I first started collecting, you know, I don't even know how old Instagram was, but I started the account, the BobbleSniper account, and I started just posting pictures, and nobody was commenting. Nobody was liking the posts. I can't even remember how new Instagram was, but I just kept on doing it. And slowly I built a following. But to make a long story short, for 8 to 9 years, I woke up, I got the kids ready for school. I went to my job. I came home. I was a father and a husband from 4 o'clock to 8:30. And I went down to the Bobble Cave till 2 in the morning. Every day, every night, weekends. Rarely went out.
Crazy.
And just woke up the next day on 4 hours of sleep and did it all over again, all over again, all over again. And, you know, true success is truly enjoying what you do. And there's been a lot of times I've been burnt out. I just completely fried.
Yeah.
So the following got bigger, and just the amount of time to put in is just, it was a lot. And that's why I feel I'm so successful running the business that I do and have the following that I do. And it took a long, long time. I don't really do that too much anymore now. You know, this is probably the latest I've been up down here in a long time is tonight. But I don't pull the 1 or 2 night, 2 a.m.s anymore.
And you can see, you know, you put in so much. I'm sorry, stepping on you, but I mean, what you post takes. I mean, even just to do a little thing, even just this little thing, trying to, you know, we're doing a little post here to get speed up this. It takes time and effort. You know what I mean? It takes time away from family or whatever. So I've always been grateful for what you do and that. I mean, you put the time in. I mean, where you benefit is almost in being paying off for the time you put in is how I see a lot of that stuff. And you're probably not even the equivalent on that.
Yeah, I mean, there were times where, you know, it was a year or two in where I wasn't worried about being well known. I was just more about helping people. You know, what's the point of just taking a picture of a fucking bobblehead, putting it on social without, I don't know, providing any value? So I wasn't familiar with bobbleheads and the springs and the detail and, you know, the structure of it, the polyresin base, all that material. And, you know, I self-educated myself doing that. And it was a lot of years. It was a lot of lonely years just sitting down here working on blogs when I started the website and uploading pictures and filtering pictures and analyzing different strategies on how to engage a community.
Yeah. No, and you can tell, and Andy, you know, our mutual friend Andy, he that was one of his questions too. You know, we asked to have questions, and you know, it was kind of like what the question basically is: why did you feel the need to take on the role as the public, you know, informant, basically? And that makes sense. I mean, it benefited you as well. You know what I mean?
Can I sign off real quick and hop back on?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
My screen is completely black.
No worries.
And this happens every fucking episode, it seems.
Yeah, I think it's more Instagram.
It's tradition. Everyone needs to have their McDonald's Wi-Fi connected. So
I'm on Chipotle nowadays, so I'm good.
Mark, look at where you started, man. You started this trend where at least one of them needs to hop off.
I know.
It's happened to all of us. It's happened to all of us.
I was just giving high fives, and all of a sudden I got booted. So I don't know what happened.
We're gonna lose all our viewership. Nobody wants to look at our beautiful mugs.
Here,
right? Mark's the model, man. So
I'll fix that.
there.
Let's see if we can get him back on there. He's asking to get on this. There we
There
go.
we go.
We better?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Well, you still look the same, so that's good.
All right.
I thought it was gonna be a wardrobe change.
Right? He's gonna put the ski mask on finally.
Yeah, mask on. All right.
I got booted, so I don't know where we were at.
We kind of left off. We talked about how he built up, basically, and you know, it kind of giving back to the community, kind of what's led to a lot of your popularity, and I think that's a reciprocal thing to where it's I think it shows appreciation. I guess basically what that shows, and you know, you got an amazing following, but you also reward the people that follow you, is how I see it, and so I think it's a great relationship personally. And even so, even coming into like the next question I was supposed to, to be asking is, do you consider yourself the bobblehead influence? Well, I mean, I assume you have to. I mean, who else? You have like no competition. You know what I mean? In a way,
Yeah, I mean, I don't really worry about competition. I mean, yeah, I probably am a bobblehead influencer. I mean, I collaborate with so many companies.
Yeah, amazing too.
The big one, we could talk about that. My body at work, putting them on social and lifting them up, and they're skyrocketing today. Not to be cocky, but I with the use of their bobbleheads and other stuff, and I built their social media account. I mean, it was non-existent for years, and I collaborated with them and built that up, and I just don't see the point of like not providing value and helping people. I want everybody to win. You know what I mean? I want everyone to grow their collection. I want everyone to get the best price. I want everybody to help each other within the community. And I feel like part of the community's changing a little bit. I'm big on the, give rather than take. I just feel like there's so much greed that surrounds this community now for various different reasons. And, I'm on Facebook quite a bit, and, there's several really, really good groups, people that genuinely want to help you. But, you go to a bunch of other different groups, you read 10 posts and 7 of them are negative. People trying to get something out of nothing, people trying to one up each other, people arguing, complaining. Yep. But there are some groups out there that are very, very strong, very helpful, more of the popular groups. But the amount of just the take is, I think, overtaking the community recently for various reasons.
Do you feel I'm interjecting my opinion into it, but with COVID and everything, it really put people in a standstill, right? I mean, you had to buy. You're stuck buying bobbleheads. We weren't doing SGAs, right?
Right.
So you're sitting at home, and I feel that began a little bit of a trend to where we're at a little bit today. I mean, we're still not back to apparently every other stadium, every other team this year is going to get a nice haul. but here in Oakland, we're not going to get a haul. So whatever. But when you exclude yourself, or when you shelter yourself or put yourself in a pocket, just like any profession or whatever you do, you isolate yourself, and then you become whatever you become, and then it festers and it becomes I don't want to say vices or whatever you want to say. The word comes out within that thing, and I think that this COVID or whatever kind of festered in that little situation and kind of has created, amongst other factors as well. But you know what I mean? I don't know. I think I'm kind of stumbling over my words, but I think I'm conveying my message a little bit.
No, I agree with you. It's definitely, the pandemic changed a lot of aspects. There was no stadium giveaways to keep the collections going. The only thing to buy was retail.
Yeah. It got very competitive too.
It got very competitive. It changed the way a lot of people are thinking, a lot of their buying strategies. You know, you don't see like the, oh, my collection's better than yours.
No.
But it's a fine line between just being, like you said, Mark, being competitive and wanting, while others couldn't get it because of the pandemic and losing jobs and stuff like that.
Yep,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
So
very
on the topic of, you know, while we're talking about influencer, how do you feel about the emergence? You know, you just going back real quick, you talked about how 8 to 10 years ago it was a lot easier to get a bobblehead, right? Whether it was on eBay or at a game or whatever the case may be. Now it's not. It's gotten extremely, you know, competitive again, and there's a lot of greed out there. There's a lot of jealousy out there, and a lot of different people have emerged through social media channels as quote unquote influencers. How do you feel about that in the bobble hobby?
I embrace it. I think it's good for the community, but bad in certain ways. My relationship with that company that started the affiliate program, you know, people needed me. They just started their website. They just started their social Instagram accounts. People needed me for releases and certain information. And through that, more affiliates came aboard and influencers, quote unquote. And it just, there's certain people that, I mean, it's not even opinion based, it's factual based that are just, you know, when I left, I got a message from a buddy of mine in New York, pretty good friend, very, very well respected. And he said, dude, keep your head up. Don't worry about it. People just want a piece of the pie. I never got into being an affiliate and doing this and doing that for the money. It's not about the money. If you love what you're doing, you know, that comes secondhand. So I feel part of the greed is definitely, you know, the certain lingos people use. And I don't, there's so many affiliates now for that company, you know, who we're talking about. There's so many affiliates now, but if you look at it, people now, they don't need them. They actually, if you really think about it, you know, when these guys post at 11:10 Eastern Standard Time, because you have to wait 10 minutes after they post, you know, they actually hurt the brand more than help them. Because the influx, and people send me shit all the time, at 11:10 almost every day or whatever, you know, whatever time it is, there's the same 5 guys just posting. It annoys people. It annoys the shit out of people.
Yeah.
So I think it, you know, that company's going to be fine. They're going to be fine in the long run, but, you know, a lot of people got turned off by that because it's a fucking chase to get your link out there and, hey, here it is. But in reality, when I was doing it, you know, people needed me. People needed to know. You know, I still get messages all the time. Like, dude, you were a better customer service rep than fucking anybody that works there. And when I was there for quite a while, you know, they didn't email the company. They said, Sniper, this broke, this came wrong, this blah, blah, blah. I call my guys and it's resolved in 10 minutes. These new guys don't have that inside information connections like I do.
Right.
You know, and I'm not hating on them. I wish them well. I really, truly do. But I think they're not as needed because it really turns people off when you see the same posts day in and day out. And, you know, some of the lingo where it comes into greed is, you know, when I do a swipe up for the bobblehead haul or something, I'll put, I don't know, Wheel of Fortune bobblehead to click here or whatever. And speaking of link clicks and codes and stuff like that, you know, my job as an affiliate at Bobblehead Hall and the other company I used to work for, you know, if nobody clicks on my link or uses my code, I don't care. It's not about money. I don't care.
Yeah.
I know how to promote. I know how to engage an audience. And the people that seek me out for a link or for a code have been with me from day one. And they know if anything goes wrong with their order, I'm going to resolve it in less than a half hour. So where the greed part that comes in is like certain lingo. And people, I don't seek all these other guys out, and some are blocked, some are not blocked, some block me. But people send me shit like, Sniper, dude, check this out. So there's a swipe up and it says, get yours here. Or it says on a Facebook page, click this link, you want it. And it's just like, you're true. If your words and actions don't match your ambition, it's fake.
Yeah.
And have I called people out? I don't like controversy, but it's not to make fun of anybody, but it's to be aware.
Right.
Go with someone that's going to provide you value and actually care about you.
Right.
So not everybody, but a lot of people got into that new program for one reason, and they're not. They fake a good game. I'm here to help. I'm here to do this. I'm here to do that. But all you do is get a picture the night before and you post it. And I mean, some of them are ruthless. Only 321 made. Act quickly, so these should go fast. And then 3 days later, you check their inventory and 17 were sold.
Yeah.
So it's like, what are your true intentions? And if they want to be transactional affiliates, that's fine. But don't fake it and actually say you're providing for your community when you're really not.
Yeah.
And like I said, no one clicks on my link. I mean, that's my job to improve sales for the Bobblehead Hall, since I'm an affiliate, and what I was for the other company. And if people don't use it, I'm fine with that. But I enjoy doing it. But the rat race of the, just to touch upon that again, like, I encouraged that company. They said, dude, there's more affiliates coming on board. And I was like, fuck yeah, that's awesome. That's great. And Mark, I saw you post, like, this is years ago, last year, in Oakland bobblehead. And I'm like, dude, he's going to hit the West Coast in that area. That's perfect. But it got to the point where, people literally sent me messages. Dude, who the fuck is this guy? He said, Brady bobblehead dropping tomorrow. Use my link. And I got screenshot after, and my followers were like, who the fuck? Oh my God. So just the amount of greed, and, once, everybody was on board, and I'll admit it, I raced to Facebook to try to post first, and we got kicked out of some groups, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? What am I doing? Trying to race to a page to fucking put it up. So that's where I came up with the idea one day. I'm going to separate myself from this. I'm going to start my own Facebook page, my own group. If you want to come and join, feel free. The door's open. That's fine. So I get a message within 30 minutes from somebody, dude, check out these two guys that just started their own Facebook groups. So it's just like, so yeah, it's sad that's the way the game is going, because there is a lot of greed. And like I said, it's not opinion based, it's factual based. I don't really seek these guys out. From my loyal snipers and my followers, they send me shit like, dude, you got to be fucking kidding me. Actually, what was it, Saturday night, I'm watching a movie with the Bobble Life, and I get a message from my buddy, and he goes, dude, you're never going to believe this. So he sends me a screenshot, and one of the affiliates, some lady in a St. Louis bobblehead group, she posted a Fredbird and another showstopper, like the small ones.
Mm-hmm.
So her post said, to my surprise, I just got these in. I ordered them a couple months ago. This poor little lady, this Fredbird is really cute. It's an awesome mail day for me, blah, blah, blah. The next comment was from a guy, I have these available for $20. So he like it just totally shit on this lady trying to share.
Right. She's just trying to be cool about it.
It's like,
yeah.
Yeah, it's
that's where the game has gone recently. It's a rat race, and I got out. My decision to leave it's been a good decision by my part.
And little, I got two things to piggyback off of that. You're, I may be stepping out of line, but on our questioning, but I appreciate we talked about this a little bit earlier, and I mentioned about philosophy, but I appreciate what you showed today. When I meant philosophy, what you're putting out there is buy what you can afford. Number one, I mean, don't break the bank just to buy just chasing because what everybody else likes. Don't go getting what everybody else likes. Get what you like. And then you've shown a lot of also change to. I mean, I know you have a family. You show your family and stuff like that. So you spend more time and everything. And to me, I had to pull myself back as well. You know what I mean? I was chasing. So my chase was finish this A's bobblehead set. You know what I mean? That's it. I was so close and this and that. And then I go and I'll chase, 3-footers, this and that and this and that. So to be honest with you, I got a lot more in your on your team, or a lot more in your train of thought, I guess. I don't know. And I started like reading that stuff, to be honest with you, a lot more, and like putting a little bit of perspective. And so I noticed that as well. You know what I mean? And you post a lot of that kind of I don't know, quotes, I guess, and motivational stuff. So from my standpoint, I love that. You know what I mean? What you're doing is kind of saying, yeah, but enjoy the damn thing. Don't go broke, and enjoy it, and don't ruin your family. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that ties in. I mean, there's, I'll promote a bobblehead, but I'm not going to stick it to you. I'm not going to fucking hold the gun to you, like, buy it. There's certain aspects where, these motivational quotes, like, I really do want everybody to win, and not even just bobbleheads and in life.
Oh, I know.
But this, the way bobbleheads are just shoved down people's fucking, anywhere you go on social.
Right. I agree.
And I got to get, the impulse buying scares the shit out of me. I mean, dude, I can tell you so many stories within the past 10 years where a sniper has messaged me, like, seriously, like deep shit. Like, dude, I'm in debt. Dude, one guy sent me his credit card statement. It was $27,000.
Holy shit.
No, like, real talk, no bullshit. And wow. I said, what happened? He's like, dude, and anybody in this room right now, you guys right now, it's addicting. You get started, you don't fucking stop.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
And, it's not that company's fault. Everyone wants to make money. It's a business. But the way things are pushed down people's throats, it's like, if I don't get it, I'm never going to get it, blah, blah, blah. So the impulse buying just kills people. And, that guy messaged me. He's like, dude, I really need your help. I really need you to put these bobbleheads on your platform. I got to get rid of them. I'll sell them for it's really, really scary shit.
Yeah.
Because you could really go down a dark path, with debt. And, the amount of pre-orders that come out, I mean, unless you're making $200,000 a year and you can afford this shit, a lot of people are using credit cards.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
And it's hard to get out of that hole. And it's a dark path where the impulse buying so you got to have discipline. You can't overspend, and you really got to monitor what you get, because, you order and then you get it 7 months later. You order, it's like a cycle. It won't stop.
And it feels like it's free when you get
it. Yeah.
It does. I mean, I get bobbleheads sometimes that I've pre-ordered and I forgot I even pre-ordered them, and I'm like, oh, this is fucking great.
Yeah,
I got a free bobblehead.
Yeah.
Unlike myself, I always check my shop app. I'm always like, where is my damn bobblehead, man? I ordered this like ages ago. It's not coming. It's not good. And I hate getting those alerts. Oh, your package has been shipped, but it's still stuck in the same location. I'm like, what?
Right.
So
when a new bobblehead comes out and everybody's talking about it, oh, I'm getting it. Like, you feel like you're like mentally like sucked into buying it, and you really gotta you really gotta. I mean, you don't understand how many messages I get. Like they've received bobbleheads years ago, last week, last year. Like, dude, I don't even fucking want this anymore. I don't. I
Yeah.
shouldn't. I don't want it.
Yeah.
And with the price
So
and the tax, it's just it scares the shit out of me, the amount of debt people are in that have shared
yeah.
stories. And dude, I feel for them, man.
So in what Rob was saying is like with your philosophy, you know, has there been a transition? I feel like there has been, and this is the only reason why I do, and I did say this in the chat earlier, and this is something that I did want to bring up as well. It's like, you know, what advice do you give to people who try to get bobbleheads at like baseball games and stuff like that? And I think for us here in LA, and I think also a lot of different other baseball teams, they give about anywhere from 15 to 18 bobbleheads. And I know, and I'm only going to speak for a lot of LA based people out here because I've heard it from like, I wasn't around like on social media around that time, but I believe a lot of my buddies were, and they were asking like, ask them this question. And as far as like the Dodgers, I'm going to just use the Dodgers, for example. We give away 18 bobbleheads, right? Or 20 bobbleheads. And I believe you might have said something that was like, yo, what's up with the Dodgers giving all these bobbleheads away? And then the question came into play where, okay, well, this company's giving away these many bobbleheads as well. So in your experience, what can you tell the people that are listening in to that, like SGAs and retail and stuff like that, and for collectors, what's the train of thought behind all that?
Well, there's a backstory I'm going to share that a lot of people don't know. And just to hit upon that, I know there were a lot of people that were upset with me that, for I don't know, 2-3 years ago, I would hammer the Dodgers promotional department because they gave out too many bobbleheads. And that just wasn't my opinion. People message me like, dude, another one, dude, another one. So then I get messages like, dude, the ticket to the game, the parking, the concessions, to get the bobblehead, blah, blah, blah. So, a lot of people didn't like that. I said, I still think it's too much. It's good that they give out bobbleheads, but some of the ones people have mentioned, like, dude, I don't want this fucking guy, but I have to go to the game. I have to get it. So then, a lot of people think I contradicted myself when I was pushing the Dodgers World Series bobbleheads, and I was. So the story I wanted to share was the Dodgers won the World Series, and my guy at the company, he called me, and he says, listen, I'll never forget this. I think it was like a holiday or something. He called me. It was freezing cold. I went outside to my street. I was talking to him, and he says, dude, post something on your Instagram. We want to hear what kind of bobbleheads, special moment bobbleheads that we can produce that people like. And if people suggest something, you can win. If they use that one, you can win a free bobblehead. And a lot of people don't know this side of the story. And I think I told you guys this last week or the week before. So, they rolled out and I got pictures and, they were really well made, very popular players. And this is where a lot of people don't understand this, that was during the pandemic time. So 2 or 3 came out and then a 4th came out, and I'm starting to get messages like, dude, please tell them to stop. We can't afford this. Please tell them to stop. And then in the comments on their social, people were like, please stop. People were losing their jobs. People didn't have money. So then it kept on going on to the 6th one, to the 7th one. So I finally picked up the phone and I called my guy and I said, listen, a lot of these Dodger bobblehead collectors, they're blue-collared workers. They can't afford this. They're losing their jobs. People don't have jobs. Like, stop. Like, I yelled out. I was like, dude, fucking stop. Listen to your following. And I was getting blown up with so many messages like, Sniper, please tell them to stop. And as the end result, they didn't stop. So that was one of my many reasons where I didn't like the direction the company was going in. And then toward the end of the 4 or 5 last ones, I didn't promote it as much because people, they were suckered in. They felt like they had to buy it. And, you know, the response I got from the company was, you know, listen, if we're going to produce them and people are still going to buy them, how is that our fault? They're still going to buy them if we produce them. I said, you're missing the big picture. You're strongholding them. You're teasing them like this. Think about it. If, like, you know, you want to complete the set. They won the World Series. Dodger fans are so excited. And you're fucking strong. You're teasing them. You're dangling them like this.
Yeah.
So that was one of the biggest, like, turnovers where I thought, I was like, the direction they were going in, that was one of the biggest factors of me walking away. So yeah, to hit on your point, I mean, 18 bobblehead stadium giveaways. Yeah, I think that's a lot. I think that's too much. And that's not based on my, but like people message me and say, dude, this is ridiculous. Now I have to go to a Chris Taylor bobblehead, their 16th one of the year. And it's expensive. So,
but you know what I tell
people in seats, I get what the Dodgers are doing. But on the contrary, I told that company to stop. And through my affiliate program, I told you guys this last week when we spoke, you know, I did well on Tuesdays. People used my link. People trusted me. So I was generating quite a bit of money on Tuesdays, but people would always contact me, oh, when's the next one? When's the next one? When's the next one?
Yeah.
But my pride and my empathy for people out in Los Angeles that are telling me, please stop. Please. I told them that, and they didn't. So
yeah, so one thing that I always stress to a lot of people when, like, say for the Dodgers, for example, this year we have, I think now it's I lost count. I know it's like at 15, maybe 17, maybe 18. It's gonna hit 20 bobbleheads, maybe 21, 22. Who knows? I always tell people, if you guys can't make it to the game, and if I'm going, send me your ticket and I'll get you your bobblehead. You know, find a friend that can get you the bobblehead if you don't want to go spend, especially with gas right now is very expensive. The parking is expensive. The food is expensive. It's like if you're going to Disneyland out here, in my opinion. You know, you're spending all that money just to enter the ballpark. And, you know, yes, the bobblehead's amazing. And then like how you just mentioned, there are some bobbleheads that people don't want, but they have to complete the set. So find a buddy, find a friend, purchase a ticket. It may be pretty inexpensive right now, but come soon when the bobbleheads are about to get announced again, when the hype is back up, ticket prices are going to get jacked up. So find a friend, guys, and definitely, I mean, if it's something that you have to have, just play it smart. Play it smart.
I would get messages from people like, dude, you're a fucking hater. You know, if they came out with 50 of them, I would still go to every game. But for every one of those comments that people want them, there were 30 other people that said, stop, enough is enough. There's way too many. So that's my opinion. I mean, you know, it's, you know, you're not going to be everybody's cup of tea. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
But I was almost relaying messages from people messaging me saying, Sniper, there's fucking way too many, man.
Yep. Yeah.
This is out of control.
And kind of like what you also say, you be patient, and then we have someone in the chat saying, Kirill saying, be patient and buy it on offer up later. Yeah, there's people that, you know, do sell it for $20 later, cheaper than a ticket. So,
I mean 40,000 of them.
Yeah, exactly. It's not rare. 40,000.
You might have to wait. You might have to wait a little bit longer to put it on your shelf or put it on your Instagram, but you're gonna get it, and you're gonna get it way cheaper than the game.
And you know the whole patience thing. Say you say you get it in like 9 months or a year. You still got it.
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
And all that money.
Yeah, for sure.
Just the amount given away, that's a lot of bobbleheads.
Yeah. Yeah. So kind of touching on like the hate thing, being the BobbleSniper, the hate that you do receive, you know, like what can you say about that? You know, is it more positivity than negativity? I mean, I would like to think it's more positive out of the community than negative, but obviously you're going to have that one person or maybe 2 or 3 people that jump on a bandwagon and say, you know, F the BobbleSniper or F the BobbleFoo or F Norcalnodders, F 510 Bobbles, whoever it may be, you know?
But would say that.
We don't even get enough bobbleheads to even cause a problem out here.
Yeah.
You know, BobbleFoo, I think one of your first episodes, you you mentioned that you're not everybody's cup of tea, and you know what? I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I'm very comfortable with the negativity. I try to just imply empathy and compassion. You know, people sometimes message me saying, I get a lot, oh, you think you're the king of fucking bobbleheads. If you look back at my past 6 years of my posts, I never tout my horn. I post what's the difference of me posting a cool bobblehead that I got or Carl in North Dakota? It's just, I think a lot of people, people are going to hate you simply because they see you having success and they don't have that success because they didn't put in the work. And that's not being cocky and anything like that. But, I've gotten a lot of shit with the AGP prototypes. People messaging, why the fuck do you get these ones and I don't, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Well, I've worked hard. I've built a following. AGP and I have a partnership. We work together. I can't even tell you how many mystery boxes that were sold directly from my link. And, I don't get credit from that or anything. Everybody has this perception that I get shit for free. And, yesterday, the Muhammad Ali bobblehead from DirtyDollar.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cassius Clay, yeah.
So really cool bobblehead. Just partnered with them. And I get a message last night from some unknown guy like fucking Punk 82, whatever. And he says, oh, just another partnership to dip in to make money.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, you don't know me. You don't know if I'm getting a cut. And it's none of your business.
Right.
But then after that, I got 7 messages from people. Dude, Sniper, I've been wanting this bobblehead. I've been eyeing it. It's $59.99. I haven't pulled the trigger. Now that you're 15%, you have helped me add that to my collection.
Yeah.
So you're going to get your negatives. But most of it's positive, though. And the people that have been with me since day one, there's no one that gives more than me. There's nobody that gives more than me, that puts the effort in to provide the value, the content, the giveaways. So there's a lot of back-end work that I do that a lot of people don't understand. I work with a lot of these companies. We work on like algorithms, when to post certain bobbleheads at certain times to engage an audience. What current markets to hit as far as popularity within bobblehead collectors. There's a lot of back-end shit that people don't realize. So I don't know. I just, there's people that are going to like you and people that don't.
Can I tell a story and then ask a question?
Yeah.
Afterward?
No, not allowed.
Yeah.
Your show.
I guess I can, huh? So you probably don't remember this, but like, I think it was 2019, if I'm not mistaken. So I've got a little boy, he's 7 now. Back then, I put him on, I get the website up for FOCO, and I show him all the bobbleheads that are coming out. And I'm like, pick something, and we'll ask Santa Claus for it. You can write a letter. So he picks out this Steph Curry bobblehead. That was his, makes sense. It's one of his favorite athletes. And we ordered it. And like 10 days before Christmas, we get a bobblehead in the mail, but it was the wrong one. They sent this caricature Steph Curry bobblehead. And so I emailed the company, let them know what happened. And unfortunately, they'd already sold out of them. And it was very disappointing. I was like, shit. And they gave me my money back. They let us keep the bobblehead, which is cool of them to do. But then and you and I, we just met a couple of days ago for the first time on Instagram. Like I'd followed you for years. I'd watch your YouTube. But I get a DM from you and you're like, hey man, what's your address? And I'm like, that's weird. Like I remember reaching out to Rob. I'm like, dude, BobbleSniper just asked me for my address. Like, isn't that weird? So I gave you my address and you're like, I got something coming to you. It's for your boy. Wish him a Merry Christmas. It's going to be a little late, but I just want to make sure that, he gets taken care of. So anyways, this is the one. I brought it out. This is the one he picked. It's a badass bobble.
Oh, yeah.
And it came from your personal collection. And I just think, I mean, to this day, like I always tell people, if I ever hear anybody say anything negative about you, I always tell that story because you didn't know me. You had no reason to have to share that with from your personal collection, but you did. And I think it speaks to what you're talking about tonight a lot, about like how nobody gives back more than you do, and how you're trying to grow the community. And it really, I mean, it speaks volumes. You know, my little boy won't understand that for a few more years, but it really speaks volumes. But the one thing that's always stood out to me was I kept thanking you, and you're like, hey, when you get it, you know, thank the company, but don't thank me. Don't mention me. And I didn't, but I've always wondered, like, why? Why didn't you want to be recognized for doing something like that?
Because when I don't expect anything in return. I rarely ask for anything. When you do the things you do and expect nothing in return, you've won. You know, that I didn't get compensated from that company for that bobble. That was in my personal collection. That's why I don't take compliments well. I'm humble. I don't, you're the god, this and that. Like everybody, there's collections out there that are twice as better than mine, and I don't know. I'm just a humble guy that wants to help people, and I expect nothing in return. Like, I give away bobbleheads, I do this, blah, blah, blah. But, to hit upon that, sometimes I catch a lot of grief with, how I post things in my stories on eBay, go snipe this, blah, blah, blah. You have no idea how many messages I've gotten from people that said, dude, I just bought that. Thank you for posting that. You're fucking helping me out. I appreciate it. There was one a couple of weeks ago. I posted a bobblehead that was a good price, and they got it. And then they put it in their collection, and they took a picture, and they wrote, thank you. And I said, thank you. And they said, well, you posted that, and I've been looking for it, and I finally got it. I completely forgot I posted that. So I don't expect anything in return from people.
Well, and alternatively, I tell everybody to DM you or whatever immediately, because even Mark was asking stuff or whatever, and I said, go ask him. And I feel bad sometimes asking you, because I'm not trying to like pull all my, what I mean. Sometimes I feel like I'm asking you a favor. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. But really, you're not. I mean, that's your thing. You know what I mean? That's you're helping. That's your way of giving back. And so I've kind of got off of that to where I think, because I'm not trying to ask for favors from everything, but I'll go hit you up. Do you have a code for this or whatever? Can you help me with this or whatever? I tell everybody to DM you and ask you. I mean, if it has to do with the haul, if it has to do with whatever, even AGP and stuff. I mean, I talked to the AGP a little bit as well, but I mean, you have a great relationship with him, and so I mean, I immediately tell people, hey, go hit up Sniper, man. He got codes. He's got, or knows whichever ways. I mean, you study this stuff, man.
Yeah. I mean, I study a lot of stuff, and getting back to the, I don't know if you want to call them haters or whatever, but I get messages, from time to time, like, oh, your eBay prices are fucking outrageous, blah, blah, blah. And I know you've had a couple guests in your previous shows that, the flip game is bad and people reselling this and that. And I'm on the other side of the fence. It's capitalism. It's putting money on the table. About once a month, I get a message on eBay from somebody, and I have a bobblehead listed for $135, and they message me and say, I want this for $55. And I said, I can't do that. I have some money invested in it, blah, blah, blah. So fine. And they respond and they say, well, it was $55 on the website. So I respond, well, why didn't you get it when it was live on the website? So, it's a hit or miss with a lot of that stuff. And, I put the money up front. I paid for it. I waited it for a long time. Just because I'm an influencer doesn't mean I can't make money on the side, right? I mean, people flip shit all the time.
Yeah.
The douche thing to do is to pre-sale when you don't even fucking have it.
Oh, that's standard. Yeah.
That's it's just dirty. It's bad to do. But yeah, a lot of people don't like the flip game, and I don't think there's anything wrong. And plus, I don't sell anything on eBay. Anybody that knows me shoots me a message.
Right.
Dude, you have that on eBay. What can you do for me? And I'll take a significant amount of money off from there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just there's a lot of I mean, you go on there, everybody flips. I mean, there's some people buy, the 2 and hang on to one for a rainy day, this and that. I've just accumulated so much and I trade a lot with people. So a lot of people hammer me on the eBay prices, but you got to factor in fees and this and that. But we spoke about it. It's the same thing going to Amazon, buying a $3 product and selling it on eBay for $12. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah.
And so if you don't sell anything on eBay, so why do you have things posted and listed on eBay then?
Oh no, I do, but 80% of my sales are done away from eBay.
Right. Okay.
And people they just contact me through social, and I give them a really, really good price.
Yeah,
I just straight to you, especially if it's anything from the company or whatever that was around. I go immediately to you and ask you. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, for sure. It's funny. You can't make. I mean, obviously, the more popular you get, the harder it is to make everybody happy. I was laughing the other day. Rob posted his MC Hammer and Charlie O bobbles that he just made on his Facebook page, and I was just looking through some of the comments, and like one guy was like, "Yeah, but can we get this or can we get this player?" And I'm like, "Motherfucker! Like this guy is doing more for the A's bobblehead community than anybody."
Right. We haven't had one in 3 years. We haven't had a bobblehead.
Make a Sal Bando. Like, get the hell out of here.
Look, hey, and this piggybacks. So we got I have the affiliate thing, and we're affiliated together now. And I'll be honest with you, when we got affiliated, the biggest driving force in that, I got 3 or 4 bobbleheads for the Oakland market made out of that. You know what I mean? That had nothing to do with financial gain or anything. Today, what we show, when we put links up and this and that, we're going to give that money back. You know what I mean? It's all to harbor and grow the community.
It's a great idea. Fully support that. It's a great idea.
Well, I mean, we're not going to, but when you talk about, and we even talked about, like, even when it started, like, I didn't step out of my lane. If I started trying to sell Chicago Bulls or whatever else, it didn't make any sense. You know what I mean? But if I can promote and try to get some A's bobbleheads made for the Oakland market, boom. Boy, I feel like pretty good success. Any little money that came out of that, always give it back, no matter what.
Yep.
So we don't look at it that way either. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's not illegal, but what you're doing it for the right reason, though, and that's what I've always, that's always been my approach. You do it for the right reason to help, and if you fucking link click. That's wonderful. That's great. But, what you're doing for the A's community is phenomenal. And you guys have been, it's cutthroat over there, not getting the bobbleheads and fucking trading players.
Yeah.
And it sucks.
Getting Matt Chapman bobblehead week after he was traded.
I literally just got email notification that I'm finally getting 2 bobbleheads of players that are not even on my team anymore, so I'm kind of pissed off about that.
Cry me a river.
Like, dude,
that's all we can
if I ask you, like, Rob, if I ask you right now, like, and don't even answer. Yeah. If I ask you, why'd you become an affiliate? I know what your answer is going to be because you're genuine. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what these other people are doing, it's not illegal and not. Is it unethical? I don't know, but it's just, yeah.
To each their own, in my opinion. I agree. There's a lot of people that are in it for whatever reason that they're in it, and Mark, Rob, and I, we're in it for our reasons. We want to help out people as well. We want to inspire. We want to make sure that if we are able to help people find that one piece that they've been looking for years, we can put it in their collection. We can help them out and just make it happen. And that's exactly what we aspire to do with the funds that we will make. And hopefully we do make enough funds to where we can buy those high ticket items and, put money, from my pocket into it as well. And, get those people. It doesn't have to be retail. It could be SGAs as well. There could be other bobbleheads that we find and that, shit, maybe we can put our money together for a Chris Taylor. Who knows? But it's one of those things that we want to make sure that we help out as many collectors out there that unfortunately aren't able to do the things that we're trying to do.
And this, I wanted to come on the show because you guys just absolutely piss positivity. What you're doing is great. It's a great platform that you guys are doing, and with so much late negativity and greed within the game, you guys are just throwing positivity out there, and that's what's going to keep our community growing.
But it stems a little bit. I mean, honestly, it stems from, like I said, what you've been posting and stuff like that. I mean, a lot of it stems from that. I mean, it's a similar vibe that we're all kind of coming together and doing.
Yep.
And I think that will help bring it focus back. I mean, I want to get on here one day to where we can have people popping on and say, hey, I got these for sale. I don't know. Some other people connect, with even within whatever, behind our back or whatever. I don't care. I just want to put the people together, this and that, and draw and whatever else. And let me piggyback off that then. So another question I had on the list is, so what advice do you have for like new people or young people coming into the collecting game?
Patience. Think of the macro game as opposed to micro. A lot of people go into debt by buying so much right off the bat. You gotta be patient. You have to collect obviously what you like. If you want to branch out, patience. Bobbleheads aren't going anywhere. You're gonna find them down the road. One of the biggest things is when I get messages saying, dude, I just finally got that. I waited a year and a half. I finally got the right price. Dude, that drives the shit out of me. I love when people send me messages that they just acquired one that they've been looking for, whether it's an expensive one or a not expensive one. But a new collector, you got to be patient. You got to know what you want. You have to do some research. And you have to, build your collection on what you want. If you want to branch off, if you want to stay close to one team like you do, Rob, that's great. But patience and play the long game. Don't play the short game. There's too many dark paths in the way. You're going to get into debt. You're going to get frustrated. You're going to spend so much money. Yeah. And at the end of the day, I mean, the influx of bobbleheads that are just being produced from any company out there is a lot. And you don't want to be stuck with things you don't want down the road. So patience, that's why I always stress the patience. You just got to be patient and don't impulse buy.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Just because everybody's doing it.
Yeah, it's great advice.
Because those people don't give a shit what you have in your collection. You're the one that walks in the door and goes and looks at what you have. Don't buy because this one, and this one are buying it as well to match. Because you're not in your house and they're not in your house.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I agree. And usually when people come and look and stuff, I think I surprise people a lot of times when I show what I like. You know what I mean? I think they usually think I'm going to go to certain things, but when I show off what I like, then I think it generally surprises them a little bit. So I know what you mean for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, like I really, and I love it when people share with me a new bobble they got, and I've gotten messages before like, oh, all you do is talk about patience, but you have all these bobbleheads. Like, I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. People make mistakes. I got chewed apart a couple weeks ago when the Bobble Hall came out with that Ukraine president bobble.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that don't like the Bobblehead Hall of Fame. There's a lot of people that don't like that company. And that company, I don't need to tell you guys that. I mean, there's so much negativity surrounding that company.
Yeah.
Not to badmouth them or anything.
No.
It goes beyond I gotta wait fucking 8 months for my bobblehead. You guys see it all over the place, the negativity surrounding them.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't like the Bobblehead Hall of Fame. And, you're not going to make everybody happy, and you make mistakes. And, that president post, I caught a lot of shit for it. Oh, the Bobblehead Hall wants to scam and make money off a tragedy and a war and this and that. and I pulled it down and I apologized. I said, due to the sensitivity, I
Yeah.
decided to pull this down to respect everybody's opinions about it.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting is that out of this negativity, then all the vibe that does come out the way that it does, regardless of whatever company, I think it's good feedback. I think this stuff that does comes out, it makes these companies a lot better.
Yeah.
And especially, I think with SGAs, MLB, MILB, they're going to do whatever they're going to do. They don't give a shit. But I
Right.
think when it comes to retail, they do give a shit.
Yeah.
To a certain ethical standpoint, I believe it. It's a lot of good feedback, more than none, in my opinion, even if it's bad criticism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the Hall changed their image quite a bit. Yeah, they had a rough start, I feel, and I think they've done. I think they do a really good job now, a lot better job now. So.
Yeah, I mean, my partnership with them, when I'll tell you a side story. When I walked away from that company because I really didn't like the direction they were coming in, a lot of those years that I spent down here working, it was my blood, sweat, and tears promoting their bobbleheads and really believing in them and believing in the products. I'm not going to push a product if I don't like it. There's a lot of bobbleheads I didn't push because I didn't like it. It didn't look like them. This was a stupid idea. So, it was a super hard decision to walk away from that. I sat down with the Bobble wife. I sat down with my mom and dad because, there's so much back end stuff that I did for them, and they treated me extremely well. They gave me a certain package that many would think you're a fucking idiot from walking away from that. But what I was getting, what I was receiving, they treated me very well. But I took my pride with me as opposed to wanting and getting money and getting this, because for various reasons. And, that rocked me. A lot of people think I left because new affiliates came, this and that. And I encouraged them to bring on affiliates. I thought it was a great idea. But it got to the point where I was burnt out. There was just, I didn't like the direction the company was going in. And that rocked me for a while. I needed a break, and I stepped away for a good, I don't know, a month and a half, 2 months. And, I got home from work and I was spending more time with the kids, and at nighttime we're sitting watching TV, and the Bobble wife goes, "This is weird." And, I'm the one that walked away. So it was, and I regretted I thought, I was like, oh man, what am I doing? What am I doing? It really was gut punching to walk away. And a lot of people don't know this. A couple days later, I called my guy and asked to go back. I really did.
Oh, wow.
I asked to go back, and they said, well, we'll talk within the company. We'll see where things go. But after a while, I contacted the Bobblehead Hall, and we set up a meeting, and then they invited me to partner with them. And it was one of the best decisions I've made, because I'm happy where I'm at now. It's, there's no competition, but it's just, they treat me very well at the Bobblehead Hall of Fame, like the other company did. Like I said, a lot of people have issues with the Bobblehead Hall. I don't know if you guys are aware, when they first started with the system and all that fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
I've heard stories where they get donated bobbleheads that they go and flip and sell.
Right.
I know about that. So apparently I've been told there's evidence out there that it was really true. But I put my head down, I smile, and I do what I do, man. I mean,
there's lots of stories about everything out there, man.
Yeah.
You take what you want. You know what I mean? There's tons of stories about
You're not going to please everybody.
Yeah.
So we do have a couple more questions, and if you're open to it, Sniper, we'd like to have people in chat also ask questions as well, if you'll take a couple. But Mark, you have a question, yeah?
I just want to know, since you're we touched on Bobblehead Hall there. Like, where do you see them going, and where do you see yourself going with them?
Yeah.
They're coming out with a lot. I got a pretty big list of bobbleheads and that company makes a lot of bobbleheads for them. They're going to be coming out with a lot more exclusives. And my role is to showcase their bobblehead. I'm really trying to get out there with my family this summer to see the actual Bobblehead Hall of Fame museum.
Hey, let us know. Let us know. We're gonna be out there.
Yeah, I really got to get out there. But yeah, they're a lot of pop culture stuff. They're a lot of, it's not just all sports there. It's the Bernie Sanders and it's the Sister Jean, and there's different kinds of bobbleheads, and they're affordable prices, and a lot of their inline stuff is cool, like their Nolan Ryans.
Yeah, that was sweet.
Those have been selling like crazy.
Too bad he never played for the A's.
Threw no hitter against the A's. Though.
I threw against them. I know. I guess I could put a Ricky in there somehow.
And he had Ricky had his struck out for the 5,000th. It was Nolan Ryan's 5,000th strike.
Yeah.
Ricky Anderson.
Yeah.
And to touch upon that, even when I was with that other company, I still held a very close relationship with the bobblehead hall over there. And they offered me a package and a partnership, and it's like I'm doing what I'm doing before. Like, people message me, hey, I need this bobblehead. Hey, this one came broken. It's resolved in 15 minutes.
Nice.
That's beautiful. So, I mean, this is my last question, and then we can open it up to everybody here in the comments. So what is the ultimate goal for you, and what is it that you want to see in the bobblehead community? Either if you want to see a change, or you want to see something new, what is it that you want to see, and what is your ultimate goal?
My ultimate goal is still trying to develop a community where everybody's comfortable in sharing the passion of collecting bobbleheads. This is a weird side of me. Everybody calls it a hobby. I fucking hate that word. When I think of hobby, I think of going to the beach and collecting seashells and putting them in a bag in your bedroom.
Yeah.
The amount of time, just think about this, the amount of time that you and me and everybody invests looking on social for new bobbleheads, buying them, trading, on the fucking live right now. This isn't a hobby. It's a passion. If you put so much time and energy into it, it's a passion. Yep. But that's my side. So whenever, it's a great hobby. It's a passion, man. I mean, I'm probably deeper into it than more people, but I would like to see less greed. I would like to see more people helping each other. I'd like to have people show their collections off, but like super positivity. Like I told you, like it really, really drives the shit out of me when somebody sends me a picture. Dude, I just got this. I was patient. And I can't wait to fucking post it to show. It's not about me. It's about everybody else. It's about you guys. It's about everyone showing their collections and growing together.
And that's what this show's all about. I mean, that's what we're trying to do.
For sure.
Yeah.
There's many avenues and factors why there's so much greed now, but it seems like people want a piece of the pie. People want to get something out of nothing. So
yeah,
I'd like to see that aspect change.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. No, I think, for me, and I think for us here, kind of like to touch on what you said, it's a passion. It's a passion and it's a lifestyle. It definitely 100% is. So I agree wholeheartedly with that one. But yeah. I mean, do you guys have any questions in the comments? Go ahead, Rob. I'm sorry.
Well, let's see. I had one. Somebody asked, "What's your favorite bobblehead?" How about that?
You got to say one. If there's one bobblehead that you'd want to save out of every single bobblehead that you have there.
While you think about that, what's up with the relationship? How you hook up with Kooky Carrasco, man? That's tight.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
He hit me up on Instagram a couple of years ago and said he doesn't have the best English, but he says, I want that bobblehead.
Hey.
I was like, and we started talking and bullshit and this and that. And dude, I'm sure people know that there's a lot of players that collect bobbleheads, and he loves the bobbleheads. He did a rehab assignment when he was on the Indians with the Rubber Ducks, and he went to the stadium, and anywhere he goes, he gets a bobblehead. He asked the club. You guys know what a club he is?
No.
No.
The guy in the clubhouse.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Any stadium he goes to, he asks the clubby for bobbleheads.
Really?
So when he was doing a rehab assignment in Akron Rubber Ducks, he asked the clubby for all these, and he walked away with, I think one was a Willie Mays. They went out and found shit for him. So, but no, he's a cool dude, man. He was packing up his bobbleheads a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I saw that.
He's building a house from scratch in Florida. It's going to take him 2 years to build it.
Oh shit.
He runs a great foundation. I hooked up with him at Fenway Park. And he came over. We talked for a while. The Bobble wife was videoing it, and there was a lot of Cleveland fans. Funny story. There's a lot of Cleveland fans in Fenway that day, and as I was talking to him, there were just enormous amounts of kids just waiting for him to sign, and he couldn't sign anything until our conversation ended.
Oh yeah.
So these kids are behind me. So I totally cut him off. I said, do me a favor. Let's wrap this up. Sign all this shit for these kids, man. So we gave a little dab a hug. We'll still stay in contact. And then he stayed there for like 10 minutes and signed for these kids.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
My wife and I were in the background, and this kid came back with his autograph. His mom came up to me crying. You have no idea how much that means to me. You stopped talking to him so he could sign for my. So he's a really, really good dude.
That's awesome.
I figured
he loves bobbleheads.
That's tight, man. That's
even
awesome.
better.
And I helped design that Stand Up to Cancer one.
That's sick.
Yeah.
For him, and that he loved that one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now I wish I would have heard that story first. I would have actually grabbed that one. I didn't know exactly what was going. Yeah, I tried to stay to my A stuff, but yeah, I know what you mean.
I got a funny story, real quick.
Yeah.
Tell me when it's time for me to shut the fuck up. Voice over here. So, my mom, she doesn't understand anything I do down here. And if it's a Saturday or a Sunday and I'm working down here, and she'll call me, what are you doing? I'm working, Mom. But what does that mean? What are you doing? You're making this, you're making that. A lot of people, I get 40, 50 DMs a day. And I'm super anal about this, is that, and this is advice for people that want to start being an influencer or have a strong social media platform, is that if someone takes the time out of their day to message you, get back to them.
Yeah.
Everybody back. What takes a lot of time is when people just want to bullshit.
Yeah.
Which is fine. But eventually, you have to cut them off. So there was this one guy a couple weeks ago. It was like a Saturday afternoon. So he messaged me. He's like, yo, Sniper. I'm like, hey, dude, what's up? And I don't really know him that well. He's like, nothing, I'm bored. You want to talk bobbleheads? And I was writing a blog. So we started talking for a little bit. So I went on his profile, found out that, where did he live? He lived in Detroit, Michigan, I found out. So I went to my weather app, and I looked up Detroit, Michigan, and it was fucking downpouring with rain.
Right.
So it's raining where you are. He goes, how did you know? I said, well, I looked at the weather and you fucking told me you're bored and you just want to talk. So, that takes up a lot of time.
Right.
Is just responding to emails and messages, and I love interacting with a lot of my followers. But that was just a side story.
That's so good.
No, that's the stuff that's hella funny, because sometimes people just, and they'll write you like a diatribe or like a whole story. It's like okay, you know what I mean? Like, hey,
dude, I woke up, I got a message from a guy, and he screenshots me his fantasy baseball team lineup. He goes, dude, what do you think? And I wasn't just gonna half-ass it. I looked at it, I'm like, dude, you're fucking stacked, man. If Chris Paul stays healthy, and
Oh,
he's like,
so
man, it's a 12-league team. It was hard to draft. I love that shit, man. I love it.
Now everybody knows. Everybody out there watching knows when you're bored,
Yeah.
Just hit up
BobbleSniper will
Sniper.
give you his ear. Don't worry.
Hit him up. Hit him up. So I know Mark had a question about a special celebrity you met. He and I kind of went back and forth about this, and Rob had no idea what we were talking about.
Yeah, you guys gotta enlighten me.
Yeah, I mean, I was just, when we were talking about like questions to ask, I was like, I want to know about his experience meeting Gary Vee, and Rob didn't know who the hell we were talking about.
I had no idea who he
Yeah,
is.
man, he's my guy, dude.
I'm sorry, I don't know who he is.
Big time motivational speaker, entrepreneur. You know, I followed him for years, and I was actually, we have another meeting set up this summer for me to come out to New York and kind of pick his brain and talk to him. He loves the bobbleheads.
Nice.
But one day, it was a couple summers ago, and I was working in the cave, and it was like 2:30 in the morning. It was on like a Saturday, and I've always wanted to meet him. I always wanted to pick his brain, and I went upstairs, and I didn't go to bed. I was going to sleep on the couch because I didn't want to wait the bobble life. So I noticed he was in New Zealand on some trip or whatever. So he sends a tweet out at like 2:42 a.m. And he said something like, "Oh, flying back from New Zealand." So I'm on the couch. I'm wide awake. I'm like, "Dude, I'd love to meet you for 10 minutes." He writes back, "You got 5 minutes with me in October." So he sends this guy to message me. We set this thing up. It was a life-changing experience. He, like, I like a lot of his philosophies. Super motivator, and you know, we stayed in contact. I mean, he's so fucking busy, and he's blown up so much that I got a hold, not of him, but his guy that set me up with him. And I said, "Dude, can we have another meeting?" And he's like, "Gary said okay, we'll try for late this summer." So I'm looking forward to that.
That's awesome.
But it was lucky. It was 2:42 in the morning. He was flying on a plane from New Zealand. I don't know what he was doing there, and I just shot him like, and I was the first one to tweet him back, and he's like, "Dude, you got 5 minutes."
That's crazy.
That's awesome.
That's
That's
sick.
And he also said, "You have to bring me the most rare, dopest bobbleheads." And I know he's a huge Jets fan. So, do you know the Joe Namath one? The grass turf. It's like anywhere between $150 and a $300 bobblehead.
Damn.
So my collection. And I'm like, fuck, man, I don't want to give him that one, dude. My only one. Long story short, I bought it off somebody on eBay for like $260.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, I've done it. I've done that kind of stuff too. Sometimes, you know.
the price you pay for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
So
It's worth it, I'm sure.
had the whole thing on video, and we sat there for like 40 minutes, and you know, a lot of his philosophies, you know, I've instilled in my practice, and it's just, he's super positive, and a lot of people look up to him. So yeah, that was an honor to meet him.
That's cool.
That's very cool. Well, most of the questions, to be honest with you, that we got publicly has been pretty much answered. I mean, we could rehash, you know what I mean? A lot of it's kind of redundant, to be honest with you. I don't know. I mean, I can keep on talk to you for another freaking hour, but but I think we're gonna call it quits if that's all right with you guys. I think this was a great show, to be honest with you.
We hit record numbers today, so thank you everybody that joined us today.
Yeah, and it gave an insight. The biggest thing I like to draw from this show is open the people up, open our guests or whatever, show the people, come talk to you know. And I hope a lot of people come talk to you. I mean, I tell people all the time, just go talk to them. You know what I mean? Go hit them up, even if it's just for. I know it seems like a favor or whatever, but just ask you. You know what I mean? And so, dude, this is like the epitome of that. And so, and that's what I thought of you. And so I think it came out excellent on the show. So that's amazing. Yeah.
So before we go, Andy did post this earlier. He said, "Sniper, most bobbleheads you've gone at one game. Oh. And what advice would you give for sniping with more restrictions today, one person versus one per ticket?"
Um, I think the perception is like I started the sniping thing, and I go to the games to get bobbleheads to build leverage to trade and sell. I never invented that. There's guys in New York, there's guys all over the place, that have done that way, way, way before me. I don't go to so many games anymore. Just because, if they're giving away anywhere between 20 and 40,000, they're on offer up for like $12.
Oh yeah.
So my advice, I don't know. I would, a lot of people don't like it because you take away the bobbleheads from certain people and stuff like that. But either way you slice it, some of these are going to get broken when little Karen drops it in her room. That's for
Karen's.
So
why does it have to be Karen?
That's all I can think about.
Rosemary, whoever. I would say, I love the concept of going to games and getting a lot and providing a support system from somebody that I wrote a blog about this a couple of years ago. That person, that collector in Tennessee doesn't have access to a Mets bobblehead. So build that leverage. As far as trying to get more and more, it's a simple task of going to get $5 or $10 in your pocket. Go up to some lady that's 65 years old that, you can't, it doesn't hurt to ask.
Yeah.
Some people don't want them. Some people just give them away. So, I've seen some shady shit where people steal stuff and, totally scam other people. I've seen fights at games where people but security's, they've really gotten tight. You got to work around them. You always have to be in movement. You can't stay at the same spot. Bring your kids, tell them that, oh, my daughter wants one, blah, blah, blah. You're not lying, but you're obtaining extra bobbleheads. There's some shady shit that.
Got a duffel bag full when you're.
My kid wants 10.
Yeah.
Party favors.
I use the thing. My daughter's T-ball team knows she's going, and she wants to get a couple for her teammates.
Right.
And my little daughter's sitting there, and they look cute, and the lady, she doesn't want it, and she just gives it to you.
Yeah.
And then on the way home, the bobble wife drives home. If I'm with the family, and I post it, and people are like, "Dude, I want that. Can you trade? Can you do this?" And I don't jack the prices up. It's comparable to eBay prices, and I'm more concerned about getting the bobblehead in someone else's hands than making a profit.
Yeah.
Good question, Andy. Thank you.
Yeah.
Cool.
Was that good then? You boys all right?
We good.
Yeah, this was fun.
And I can say here and thank you to the moon and back, man, for coming.
Could we extend this a little bit?
Yeah.
What, tonight?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. What? Yeah. What you got?
You guys, like I said before, other guests have said it, the amount of positivity that you guys spew out every week and the vibes that you're giving people around the community, ever since you started this first episode, all you're doing is giving and providing and providing and providing. And from me to you, I would like to give you guys some bobbleheads.
Oh,
yeah.
There's a couple stipulations. You guys, I don't care what you do with them. You can keep them for yourselves. You can give them away to the following, your followers.
You got a variant of this?
I don't.
A gold one?
I don't. And I'm not going to get another one made like that anytime soon.
Oh, yeah? I like it.
So, you guys, I've thought about this. I grabbed a couple bobbleheads that I want to give to you guys. So it's completely up to you what you would like to do with them. If you want to give them back to your followers, or you want to keep them yourselves, it's completely up to you.
That's awesome.
Thank you so much. One before you finish, one thing I just want to drop in there real quick. In Spanish, there's a saying that one of my friends reminded me just a week ago. He says, "Los regalos no se regalan," meaning you don't gift gifts. And it's like a thing in our Latin community, in our cultures, that we don't re-gift things. That's something that we don't do. If we're giving you something, it's because it's for you from us. So you can count on me. For me, it's not going anywhere. It's it's gonna stay here.
Yeah, that's completely fine.
Yeah, in certain instances, yeah. I keep yours. I have certain things that I just don't give up. You know what I mean? Again, they're gifts, and I don't do that as well. So,
but feel free if you don't want it. If give it to raffle it off, and you're not raffle it, but do a giveaway or.
And they can DM me some offers too. You know, no,
completely up to you guys.
I'm just playing. I'm totally playing.
But I will tell you one thing. I'm only sending it to one address.
That's fair.
I'm fucking sending it to everybody.
That's fair.
Send it to NorCal.
Yeah, send it up here.
Yeah, because he's the best packer.
No, you know what? Hold on, no, don't send it to NorCal. Send it to Mark, because we'll talk about this later. Because NorCal has, I probably won't get that bobblehead like until 2 years.
Man, his box is getting this big, dude. It's hella big now.
I shit my shit out.
Dude, tomorrow, whenever you guys decide to agree to what address I'm sending this to, and you guys take it from there.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Try to add a little bit of variety. So,
are these AGP prototypes of A's that you've been hiding?
No.
That's what I'm scared to watch you post up one day. It's like, oh, son of a.
All right. Mark's not going to like this one.
Oh!
That is a dope bobblehead, though.
Damn.
That is a clean bobblehead.
All right, that's the first one.
That's hella tight.
That's badass.
Now we're gonna end up fighting over these.
I know.
Right?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's dope.
Baby.
That's
sick. I love that.
No, I heard on
sick.
episodes you guys are getting into like the wrestling ones, and I'm like,
dude,
thought this would be a perfect one. You guys do what you want.
Beautiful piece.
Mark, this is for your son.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Let's go,
yeah, baby.
The dribble, the pregame double dribble he does.
Let's go.
He doesn't have that either.
Does he have this one?
No.
Hell
He
yeah.
doesn't have it.
I do.
That's beautiful. Thank you. So
Rob and I are gonna fight over the other two.
Yeah,
he's gonna watch. He's gonna watch this tomorrow. His mom wouldn't let him stay up tonight. So
we got two more.
Damn.
Let's go.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, yeah.
Woo!
That I remember that. That's sick. I love those. I love those bases on those too.
All right, last one. I got a feeling I know where this is gonna go. Like to who this is gonna go to. But again, you guys decide on your own.
Hey, let's go!
Oh, yeah.
I'm fighting you guys. I'm fighting you guys for it.
Yeah, that's pretty well set in stone on that one.
I'm fighting you guys for it.
Thank you again. No, thank you again for having me.
Hey.
Tomorrow, whenever, send me an address. I'll send this out to you guys. Send me your t-shirt sizes.
Dude, and if there's anything you ever need out here, dude, just let us know. And
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's no question asked. Just just hit us up. Say, hey, I'm looking for this. Boom, we'll get it, dude. Don't worry.
And I forgot at the beginning of the show, I did have a mail day this week.
Hey, okay.
Courtesy of free shipping from BobbleSniper.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Dude, I love the Stomper, man. It's such a cool mascot.
That's great, dude.
Yeah.
It is great.
It's a beauty. It's a nice piece, and it's very easy to collect, and they can do anything with it. So it works really well. Yeah. We just can't get more bobbles of the month. That's what I want. We have 6. That's it. I would like at least a whole year. You know what I mean?
You have 6. I have 5. I'm being patient.
Yeah. Is that what that was called on that? That's patience. You're practicing BobbleSniper's patience there.
Let's go.
All right. There's one on eBay. The guy won't break up the set. He wants $1,200.
That's true.
I refuse to go down that road. It's the Mother's Day. It's the Mother's Day Stomper.
For teaching one, the classroom desk.
I got that one.
You guys need that one. Let me know.
Yeah, He's just down to the Mother's Day one now.
Oh hell yeah, yeah, dude. I'll keep an eye out for it. Some of those are hard to find.
Yeah, it'll come around.
Yeah, definitely. Oh man, this is like a big old love fest. Thank you, dude. It's huge that you came on. Obviously, I mean, just popularity wise, but you know, we were very fortunate to. I mean, we've been talking with you for a week, dude. I mean, and getting to know you. I knew you a little bit. I mean, you know, we've talked and everything else, and you know, but yeah, we had to talk live. You know, obviously we're not in person or whatever, but this is about as close as we can get. And you know, I've always thought you're pretty cool dude. I mean, pretty cool and amazing for what you do to the community overall. And so thank you from me, you know what I mean, for that. And so hey, that's a huge thing on that. And then we're just, you know, we kind of follow in your footsteps a little bit, to be honest with you, in a way. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that, you know, but it's a vibe, and we're all giving that vibe out, you know?
For sure. Hey, we didn't even touch on how for like 2 years BobbleSniper thought you and I might be the same person.
Yeah, that was funny. That was pretty
burner
funny.
accounts.
I know, that was pretty funny.
What?
You always thought I was him, and he was I. You constantly did, because I remember one time I said, "You're like, you just posted that." I said, "No, that's not my account." You're like, "Oh shit!" Like, you know what I mean?
Bobblehead Day. You know what? Because I got the two of you mixed with your collections.
I know.
I have DMs from like 2 years ago of you asking like, "Are you Norcalnodders too?"
Yeah, I know.
No, dude.
And we collect simultaneously almost a lot of stuff, you know what I mean? And so we're a good example of what we promote. I mean, I help, you know, we work together very, very well. And yeah. You know, I give way more than I ever ask. You know what I mean? I don't ask for anything back. I say, let's get this in your collection, this and that. Because I you know, but he collects all kinds of stuff. And he got more pins than I do and all this other shit. Yeah. And I've opened different doors and different things. But to be honest with you, we're a very good example. Same market, same collection, and working together to build with each other. So I don't know if there's a better example of that, but we do a good job with it.
And we're different people.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's a pleasure to be on here. Thank you for asking me to come on. You know, I think I answered a lot of questions that people were curious about.
Oh yeah.
And just to keep the positive vibes going, man. If you guys ever need anything, let me know.
Oh yeah.
Thank you so much.
But what you guys are doing, it's kick-ass, man. It really is.
Yeah. Well, we'll reach out, you know, again, obviously, and we're just gonna keep highlighting. You know, the guys on here tonight, I'm dying to get to that. I mean, I had to shut the guy off, Pat Adair up in Philly. I had to shut him off because I'm like, dude, quit talking. Like, I don't want to talk to you right now. I want to talk to you, you know, as a guest, dude. Like,
yep.
So, and that, not to be rude, but it's like, dude, I just hang on. Like, I want to get to you. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then meeting St. Louis STL Bobble, big deal for me. I didn't know him very well. Great show. I mean, great guy, great show, everything else. So it's amazing. So,
you know, there was one episode, I think it was, I don't know if it was a couple weeks ago, and I've never heard of him, and it was your friend Sandlot.
Yeah.
And I'm watching.
He's texting right now too.
And dude, he comes on, and I've never even heard of him. So I went to his thing, I checked him out, and like, in the nipple thing, and he just made everybody laugh, dude. He made everybody smile. And this was a couple weeks ago, and after I watched it, I'm like, you know what? If I ever get on their show, how the fuck am I gonna top that guy?
You gotta show your nipples, man.
Miracle.
Yeah,
he's larger than life, dude. He's an awesome,
oh my god, dude!
awesome
I'd love to meet him.
And he acts like he's got no bobble. Or he acts like he's not a bobblehead collector. Son of a bitch, he got the whole damn thing, man. He's got everything. You know. So
and when he told his son to say "fuck the giant."
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But I almost spit out my coffee, and I was.
Oh, it's so good.
It was great, man.
Yeah, he's one of our best friends.
It's
and
so good.
Yeah. You just shit he comes up with as his son. He'll send us a video every time. It's hella funny, dude.
I'm a huge fan of him, and I've never heard of him until he was on your show.
Yeah. You should give him a follow if you're not, because he always has
he's
great content.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Bobble Nipple is coming to a neighborhood near you real quick.
Yeah, you guys got to have him on the whole show, man. I want to see.
Oh yeah. It'll dominate the shit out of the show. It'll be great.
Thank you so much.
All right, man. Well, I'm gonna sign off. BobbleFoo, you want to say anything?
No, man. Thank you for being here with us, BobbleSniper. Much appreciated. We're looking forward to this year in bobblehead collecting. I love what you do. I love what you post. I love what your mission is with the community. Keep it up, man, and hopefully we can have you on here soon again.
Definitely. Send me that address so I can get these out to you guys.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Got you. Sandlaw just hopped on. He heard about the nipple comment, so he hopped in the comments. So that's even better. All right, man. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, dude. You're a great dude. Yeah, I much respect, much everything. And if you're not a fan of yours, dude, I don't know. Maybe there might be something wrong. But anyways, I want to thank you for coming on, and we'll be talking soon again, I'm sure.
All right, guys.
All right. Thank you for everybody on the chat too. Thank you. Peace out, everybody.